Hello everyone, Mr. Robot Games here today. I'll be telling a story. This is my story. So there's this guy I know pretty well. I'm not going to say his name on YouTube because I don't want to. It's a fake name. Well, there's this guy. He's my best friend, and he's still my best friend to this day. Well, me and him have been friends since first grade. That's when we first met. I was alone, I had no friends. He came up to me, and we started to talk. A few seconds later, we became best friends. Well, in that time, we became best friends. We talked. Well, let's just skip forward to the next day. The next day, we were outside playing. Well, there's this other guy that I know as a friend. And, I took his football. Well, he wanted it back, so he got my best friend, that asked me to be his friend yesterday to get the ball. Well, you won't believe what he did. This is what he did. My best friend, he grabbed someone's football and he threw it. It hit me in the legs and it made me fall down. I fell down and he grabbed the football, but he didn't mean to throw it at my legs. Well, let's get to like 4 years later. After that, he liked football. He decided to join football since he was able to do that. He succeeded in getting in football, and now he's a good football player. But anyways, he's a good friend to have around, especially if you want to throw a football or something, because he'll probably hit you in the leg if you have a football, someone else's football. He's a bit rough, so I went to his house a couple of times, and he was pretty rough if you ask me. That's not the point. The point is that he's a good friend to have around if you're feeling down. Like, if you ever had the childhood I had of, like, having a best friend, he was actually, like, of the world's bestest friend that you'd ever actually have in the 1st to 5th grade. Don't get me wrong about that. He would be the bestest friend you'd ever have in the 1st through 5th grade. He'll dab you up. He would never leave you hanging. Unless you wasn't in the same class. Then he just forget about you. Now, he got very lucky and got a girlfriend. In that time, I got a girlfriend kind of like... I got a girlfriend in that time before him. I got the girlfriend back in 2nd grade. We were still friends. And he got a girlfriend, and she's a bit rude. And after he got her, we haven't been talking for a while. The only time we talk is like on Snapchat or Facebook. And he actually kind of like, if he like let you play in any game, but he didn't like someone, the name of the person, can't tell you, that's personal information, but They were my best friend. He didn't like them that much because they were actually rude to them. Believe it or not. The person that was my best friend was actually rude to them. But he got mad, and then, well, I didn't become the person's friend that my best friend didn't like. So, me and him started playing again, playing outside. The most thing we have played was actually, believe it or not, freeze tag, or Among Us. Like, those were the original OG games. Those were the OG games back then. Like, we'd either play Among Us, or we'd play freeze tag. Like, those were the most OGest games in the entire universe, in our opinion. Like, I don't care if you don't think it was, but in our perspectives, it actually was the most OGest game you'd ever played. Because we had one person that knew all the killers and one person that didn't. It was sweet. But there's only two roles you could play as: imposter or crewmate. Now, obviously, I basically always got imposter because the guy was my best friend and he loved when I was imposter. Don't know why, but he loved it. He loved it. He liked it when I was playing, so. And we all got together, like got along with each other. And we had great times playing. Like, we'd play sometimes, my best friend would get mad that we made him mad, and he ended up not playing no more. So we created our own. Well, the guy that was like was playing the games, the guy that was my best friend, he wasn't the one that quit. It was a kid that came from like Mexico, and we actually knew him pretty well. He was actually trying to hide from the police. But he told me that, but I don't know if he was telling the truth or not. Because I have, like, trust issues because almost everybody in my class, I can't even call anyone in my class friends at this point. Like, have y'all ever had, like, a fake friend that bullies you? If not, you're not the only one, because that's what happened in my entire class time. Like, sometimes I was able to call them friends, but when you turn around, they just talk bad about you. Which you cannot call those friends. Friends aren't supposed to talk about you. The only time they're supposed to talk about you is when they talk about you good, not bad. Like, these are some things they called me. A big back. If y'all don't know what a big back means, that means a fat person. Or someone that eats a lot. And ugly. I am ugly. But anyways, that's besides the point. They called me ugly. And they said my name the wrong way. All the time. And they just wouldn't whisper it. They'd say it out loud. Like it was like a code red happening. Like a code red was happening. they'd say it in my face, but I'm not a snitch. Like, I'm not a snitch, so I just keep my mouth shut and not tell on anybody, because the way I do things, the things I do it, is not the way to snitch. Snitching is like the wrongest way. Snitching is the wrongest thing in my opinion. But there was a couple of times when he did snitch on me, my best friend. That, like, we did the best stabs up and stuff. Yeah, there was times he snitched on me. But they were good reasons for him to snitch on me. Like, one time I had this, like, you know those, like, lead pencils where you could pull the lead out if they're, like broken? Yeah, those pencils. The lid has, like, this little hole in it, if y'all didn't know. The little hole, and if you blew in it, it'd make, like, a loud sound that hurts your ears so bad. Well, he told on me for that, and, well, I got mad because I didn't like being told on. Well, I didn't talk to him for an entire day. I just kind of, like, overreacted. Like, I got so mad that I overreacted. About him, like, telling on me, because... And then I had this one friend that I could actually call a friend while I did something, and then there was like, well, I'm gonna tell on you. I was like, no, don't. But turns out they raised their hand to use the bathroom. Now, we all know those friends that do that. I mean, who wouldn't have that friend? Yeah, I had that friend that did that. And that was perfect. Well, I didn't know, but later I did it once. I can't remember who I did it to, but it wasn't my best friend that I told you about. But one thing I do know is that it was one of my best friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I have like 200 friends, but it's like, I'm just kidding. I only have one friend that I could actually call a real friend. No, actually 3. I can't say their names, but I do know that I could actually call them friends. Everyone else in my class, bullshit them, because I cannot call them friends. They are so mean to the point where, like, they'd say something to your face. Like, if they said they hate you, they wouldn't just say it quietly. They'd say, I hate you out loud, bro. In front of your face, they'd say that. And, but the thing about it is that they were, like, mostly, like, well, they acted like they were a gang or something. Trust me. They acted like there was a gang. Like they was a gang. And if you didn't know, our school was a smoke-free school, a marijuana-free school, a cigarette-free school, a vape-free school, and a gang-free school. They acted like they were a gang. Now, I don't know if that third rule applied to them about no gangs, but they made this, like, team called Type Shit, which I honestly joined because there's a guy named Axel that I could actually call him a friend because he actually wouldn't talk behind my back. But the rest of them would, like, just talk behind my back. And I couldn't do anything about it. And I don't know if y'all have ever had that one real friend, but I have had that real friend. Whether if you believe it or not, that real friend was my best friend for life. And Adrian, no. And there's another guy that I could actually call a real friend. Like, you could legitimately call him a friend. Because he would keep your secrets. And that guy was his bestest friend. Braylon. Well, if you already make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Do what you want. I really don't care. I'm just trying to hit 200 subscribers. If y'all want a face reveal, get me to 200 subscribers. Peace out, y'all.